Hello everyone, and welcome to my B&B Gossips update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Will Bill's theft of Eric's designs cost him Katie? According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Bill Spencer will have a difficult time maintaining Eric Forrester's plans. It causes Ridge and Steffi Forrester to fight for Eric. It's crucial to remember that Eric hasn't stated if he intends to continue working with Katie Logan. Ridge insisted that Eric had had enough of Spencer's Logan line. Eric may, however, continue to collaborate with Bill and veto Ridge. As Brooke Logan attempts to mediate a conflict between Katie, Bill, Steffi, and Ridge, the plot is preparing for it. Eric verbally agreed with Katie. He promised to do the line for her, but he insisted on keeping his identity a secret until it was necessary. According to Spoilers, Eric never signed a contract or agreement. But even without the formal documentation, Bill thinks their verbal agreement would stand up in court. Even if Eric chooses to leave, he maintains that Spencer Publications is the rightful owner of his creations. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Bill is still preoccupied with being correct, and is unaware of how this business dispute can impact his family. He is jeopardizing not just his friendship with Kelly Spencer but also his bond with Katie. Bill cherishes his bond with his grandchild. That might be sufficient to persuade him to put an end to any legal dispute regarding Eric's designs. We all watched as Steffi threatened to cut off contact with her mother, Taylor Hayes, and the grandchildren if she didn't put an end to her developing affair with Deacon Sharp. Steffi is probably going to do something similar with Bill. She may inform him that he will no longer be able to visit Kelly if he doesn't let go of the designs. Furthermore, if Bill doesn't give up the designs, Brooke and Donna Logan might threaten to take Katie away from them. Katie might decide to abandon Bill as a result of this. Despite Eric's designs, he stands to adore his entire family. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi will try to get Bill to give up the drawings by using force. See how it all turns out by continuing to watch the CBS soap opera. Steffi flips out, passion rules, try again. This is a recap of The Bold and the Beautiful. Deacon Sharp's passion is subject to rules in today's episode. Additionally, Steffi Forrester Finnegan completely loses it at work. Steffi lashes out at Deke Sharp and Hope Logan Spencer in the design office. Sheila Carter Sharp makes Deacon's relationship with Taylor Hayes too risky. Hope and Deke must not get involved in this, Steffi insists. Deke makes an effort to mediate. It is ineffective. They can't endanger Taylor's family, even though Steffi is aware that Sheila is the stepmother from hell. Deke says Deacon wants to get a divorce with Sheila. Although Steffi says it's okay, he is still unable to approach Taylor. Deke and Hope surrender the battle. They're all insane in Steffi's opinion. Hope is fed up with Steffi dictating to everyone. Deke tells his sister to stop, but she doesn't. Hope mentions that she had to fire her own brother. Steffi storms out after insisting that she is doing morally. Deke and Hope discuss how Deacon and Taylor need to be free to follow their passions when Steffi departs. Taylor brings up Steffi to Deacon at Il Giardino. Sheila might also make the connection if she notices them together. Steffi was informed by Taylor that it was over. But it's not over, Deacon insists. Deacon claims that Taylor cannot be turned off by him. Taylor believes it will pass. Before becoming overly suspicious, he needs to smooth things out with Sheila. Taylor advises Deacon to uphold his vows and mend his marriage to Sheila. More important than her crush is Steffi's ultimatum. The woman won't let her family go. She also points out that a lack of desire is a major warning sign. Sheila might soon discover the truth. Deacon can't get Taylor off his mind. In the end, he consents to give Sheila passion, but all he will think about is Taylor. Sheila returns after Taylor departs. She flaunts her manicure. Deacon advises her to change into something cozier. Deacon drinks alcohol while Sheila gets into her underwear. Deacon prepares for passion by going upstairs. Deacon begins to fantasize about doing it with Taylor as they get down to business. Taylor heads to her hospital office in the interim. She can't get Deacon off her mind. Do you feel sorry for Sheila? What does this mean for Taylor's family's future? And how will the woman learn the truth? Ivy's lies mount, and Dylan will find it unable to resist being single. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Dylan will find it hard to resist Will Spencer, particularly now that he is formally no longer seeing Elektra Forrester. Elektra and Will's opportunity to mend their romance completely failed as a result of Ivy Forrester's deceit. On Wednesday's B&B episode, Elektra will still be devastated, but Ivy will continue to spread false information. Ivy will vent about Dylan and her inappropriate actions once more, but she won't hold back when it comes to Will either. Ivy will advise Elektra to move on from Will and forget about him despite her sadness. Naturally, Ivy might use this as an opportunity to promote RJ Forrester as a potential attractive, considerate partner who prioritizes Elektra. Ivy will undoubtedly try to move her niece's romance with RJ along quickly, but Elektra might not be sure she's ready for that because her breakup with Will is so recent. Meanwhile, Dylan will discover that she is more attracted to Will at the beach home than before. Dylan will find Will absolutely irresistible now that he's single, and he might engage in some fantasizing as a result. She might eventually get over it, but Dylan will chat to Will about how to cheer him up and give him a kiss. For the time being, Dylan might have to imagine kissing Will because he was quite moody the last time fans saw him. But since Will and Dylan will keep growing closer, a true kiss might be on the horizon. If Ivy can keep Daphne Rose quiet about what she knows, Dylan and Will may be on the verge of a committed relationship. Following his bedroom session with Sheila Sharp, Taylor Hayes and Deacon Sharp will find it difficult to avoid one another. Before the week is out, Deacon will sneak off to see Taylor and confirm that, as promised, he thought of her while in bed with Sheila. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Deacon will reveal details about his liaison with Sheila and affirm that Taylor remains the only person he truly desires, so keep an eye out. Deacon thinks Taylor thinks the best of him. He aspires to be the successful, diligent, and devoted father she thinks he is. She only sees the person he has become, not the person he was before, so he can let go of his past with her. Sheila saw and accepted the worst in him. She didn't expect anything. All she needed was company, and that turned into love. Taylor views Deacon as a settled man, therefore she doesn't have any expectations of him either. She now appreciates him because he has overcome his previous situation. Additionally, Deacon is focusing on her as a woman with needs and goals, rather than as a mother or a professional. Because of how Deacon makes her feel when he talks to her and touches her, she is prepared to jeopardize her relationship with the family she loves. Deacon and Taylor regard themselves as misfits who came together in their bubble. They talk about love and connection a lot, but it appears deliberate that their relationship is shallow. It appears that their story is about passion rather than romance. Taylor hasn't put any pressure on Deacon, and he hasn't taken any significant steps to break up with Sheila. Deacon and Taylor only mentioned that they needed to approach Sheila with caution prior to Steffi's ultimatum. However, divorce or another woman serving as the impetus for a marriage's dissolution are neither delicate topics. Taylor indulged rumors that Deacon would take her out on dates under the guise of catching up with friends. They imagined that their secret meetings would take place outside Taylor's office, behind Sheila's back. They went so far as to say that they wanted to live together, but they didn't go far enough to create a strategy to do so. Taylor and Deacon aren't doing much to conceal their relationship for two people who are worried about Sheila's reaction to their romance. Additionally, they aren't doing much to make it public. Rather, they are whispering about Sheila's resolve to keep her marriage together while yearning and wanting for each other. Maybe because it's simpler to complain about something getting in their way than to put in the effort to be together. Deacon and Taylor appear lustful rather than fervently in love because of this. Although Sheila poses a serious risk to Taylor's safety, the nice doctor has the audacity to go out with Sheila's husband at the restaurant where Sheila works and Taylor's family frequently dines. She is therefore not overly concerned about her own life or the ultimatum her daughter given her. Given that Deacon and Taylor have the upper hand, they ought to take action to get together if they are truly in love. If not, they are merely offering each other a short-lived dream. Sheila boasts, Finn offers advice, and Hope pushes. Spoilers for Monday, March 2, 2026 of The Bold and the Beautiful have been released. Fans should anticipate some encouragement from Hope Logan Spencer in the upcoming episode. Sheila Carter Sharp boasts to Taylor Hayes. John Finnegan also offers some guidance. Find out what will happen next in the CBS soap drama by reading on. Let's begin with Finnegan, Steffi Forrester. The woman confides in her spouse. This may have to do with Katie Logan Spencer and Eric Forrester. It might also be about Deacon Sharp and Taylor, of course. Either way, Finn will attempt to impart some advice to his wife. She teams up with Deke Sharpover with Hope. The siblings make an effort to support their father. Deacon's feelings for Taylor must be the reason for this. Sheila is not the ideal lady for their father, according to Deke and Hope. But before he starts seeing someone else, he ought to break up with Sheila. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Sheila will eventually achieve her wish. Deacon appears to be giving her some passion at last. If Deacon continued to turn Sheila down, she would become suspicious. Sheila will now want to share her strange night with Deacon with everyone. Taylor is the only person Sheila chooses to inform. Taylor's face wrinkles in disdain as Sheila goes over every detail in a teaser clip. Sheila even discusses Deacon's desire to repeat the action repeatedly. I'm excited to watch Taylor get really freaked out. She doesn't seem to get grossed out enough though. Deacon appears immediately after that. Deacon asserts that he was truly thinking about Taylor the entire moment Taylor confronts him. She then gives him a passionate kiss. She will keep attempting to keep Elektra Forrester away from Will Spencer with Ivy Forrester. But Ivy is also controlling RJ Forrester's affections for Elektra. I worry whether RJ's remorse could become too much for him, even though he really wants Elektra. When you genuinely care about someone, you don't want to see them suffer in any way, even if it means losing yourself. Taylor's heartbreak, Dylan's daring move and freaky fantasy. Spoilers for the upcoming week of The Bold and the Beautiful have been released. Deacon Sharp is likely to have fantasies about Taylor Hayes. In the meanwhile, Dylan approaches Will Spencer boldly. Find out what will happen next in the CBS soap drama by reading on. First, let's discuss Taylor and Deacon. The two have feelings for one another, as fans are aware. Taylor is prohibited from seeing Deacon, though. In the meantime, Deacon is attempting to reconcile his marriage to Sheila Carter Sharp with his affections for Taylor. Fans are aware that Deacon rejected Sheila's previous attempt at romance. Deacon doesn't this time. In fact, that could keep him alive for a little while longer before Sheila discovers the truth. Naturally, Deacon is having fantasies about Taylor while they are becoming strange. Sheila rushes over to deliver the wonderful news to Taylor as a result. Sheila will go to anyone who will listen to her because she doesn't really have any pals. But Taylor looks nauseated when she learns that Sheila and Deacon are repeatedly doing it. Deacon rushes over to visit Taylor later. Deacon claims he was thinking about Sheila the entire time when she brings up her accusation. Taylor then gives Deacon a deep kiss. Talk about sloppy seconds, you. According to previews on The Bold and the Beautiful, Deacon and Taylor will find it difficult to remain apart. Deke Sharp and Hope Logan Spencer, meantime, put pressure on their father to follow his emotions. Hope will be more optimistic about the romance than Steffi Forrester Finnegan. Once more, the two argue over Deacon and Taylor.